Welcome back, guys. The Big Stevie Cool 1872, a bit of a belated match for a few, but guess what? I was live, I did the watch along. Apart from the opening 5 minutes, I seen it all in action. Cyriel Dessers, ballooning 9 chances but scoring the one most important one at the end. I seen wonder goals galore. I've seen horrific defending, I've seen horrific goalkeeping, I've seen 7 goals, but we're here to talk about it because, of course, we just couldn't afford to lose that game. Broken record. League's gone. We all know the league's gone. Sick of kind of reiterating it, but I can't be arsed me sitting here saying, we needed to win that game, not addressing, and then someone going, but the league's gone. I know. You know what I mean? But the reality is, we need to just keep building momentum. Now, I'm not happy about the way we won. I'm not. I mean, everyone loves a last-minute winner, right? Of course we do, and there's a bit of a difference between blowing a 2-0 lead against Celtic then winning last kick of the game. Problem is, against Dundee, you should not be going 2-0 down. You should not be going 3-1 down. Shouldn't be doing that, but we won. But we need to build on it. Now, what we need to do is cut out defensive mistakes. And you look at every goal that Dundee scored, and I think that's the correct way of looking at this game, because I've already did my joint review over on Fog Football. I'm out here in the cold talking about this. I mean, the first goal, it's a corner, and how many times have we sat here and discussed corners? Nowhere near. I mean, Simon Murray, man, Fox in the box, literally, he's Ginger Fox, you know it, you name it. It's like, just mark the guy, nowhere near him. And what does Simon Murray do? Puts it into that bottom left hand corner. I mean, from a Butland perspective, it's not his fault defensively. Take your pick. Whose fault do you want to say it is? You can blame most people in there. And then, we look so defensively frail at the back. And I'll be fair to this Rangers team. It's one of those games where if Philip Clement was still the manager, we would not have won. Hell, dare I say, we would not even have drew that game of football. So, Barry Ferguson has come in. And, there has been games, albeit under Ferguson, that we have went behind against lesser opposition in the league and no come back. Motherwell, obviously, but you can't keep going down 2-0. To these teams, Dundee, Kelly. Because you're shooting yourself in the foot before you even start walking. At the end of the day, and the second goal comes, Jack Butland, absolutely horrific, man. Joe Shaughnessy, first to react after about 4 Dundee players were first to react, and I think that's something that we've got to work on. We always get beat at quick set pieces, throw-ins, corners, etc. And it feels like our players are very slow to react. I don't really understand why. You've got to be on your toes. You can't just stand around and wait for the ball to come directly to you. And this is another one of these instances where, maybe they shouldn't really be expecting Jack Butland to fuck up as bad as he did. But on the flip side, you could be like, well, he's kind of been shite all season. So maybe you can expect it. Who knows? At the end of the day. So yeah, Jack Butland does what Jack Butland does. Fucks up. And it's in 2-0. And, Dundee could have scored a few more after this, let's be honest. But there's another guy, Cyriel Dessers, he could have scored a lot more after this. And, how many shots on target did Dessers have alone, folks? You know what I mean? And, not every chance he should be scoring. Some are good saves, some are decent bits of defending. But, he's our number 9. You know what I mean? Regardless if you think Danilo or Igamani should be starting up front, doesn't matter who it is. So you ever right, they should be putting most of these away. And I think, Dessers, he gets into better positions than Igamani and Danilo, right? Because you don't create this many chances if he wasn't a bit, if he wasn't better at positioning. But at the same time, man, the guy's the finished article. To the degree of, he's not the finished article, but he's not going to get any better. You know what I mean? I've heard people talk about, if a good manager sat down with Cyriel Dessers and said to him, early on in his career, right, this is what we're going to work on, then maybe you could have done something early on. But the reality is, no one did it, and he's 29 going on 30. It's like, how much time are we seriously going to waste with Cyriel Dessers ballooning chances for us? Because, let's say Dessers doesn't play today, Tierney's fit, and it's him and Igamani starts up front, and Igamani gets every single one of those chances Cyriel Dessers gets. I'm thinking Igamani scored at least 3 of them. You know what I mean? and that's still leaving about 4 or 5 on the table, and you can't afford to do that. You know, Dundee were good today, but they gave us a whole host of chances. And anyway, less about this, we'll get to him at the end. Tav whips the ball in, Joe Shaughnessy tries to get something on it, flies into the back of the net, 2-1 before half time. You're thinking, oh, that's a lifeline. We then go into the second half, we score an offside goal with Dessers. It's funny how much better he is when he's offside. Anyway, I digress. They make it 3-1 with Scott Tiffany. Before that, he missed a good chance and they hit the post as well. But he makes it 3-1, good finish. Defensively, we're kind of just firing people forward at this stage. So, yeah, it's poor, but it's not quite the other 2 goals at the end of the day. After this, Dundee, I wouldn't say they take it easy, but it's crazy to think Dundee are 3-1 up, and there's points in a game where we're 3-1 down, and we're not really doing an awful lot. But Dundee get tired, we get a couple of chances, subs are made. Bailey Rice coming on, which I'm always happy to see. Hadji, Tom Lawrence less so, he did score a goal to be fair to him, etc. I think Jeffy come on as well. But Tav scores a good goal, Lawrence scores a good goal, right? We know what Igamane could do from a similar distance, and it's just all goals that Cyriel Dessers can't seem to get his boot around. And for whatever reason, he can't. You know what I mean? It's like, how many times would he have just took the piss here and ballooned so many other chances? It's insane. We get it to 3 each, and then 92nd minute, what do you call him? Simon Murray makes it. Oh, well, I was supposed to say he could have made it 4-3. He balloons off the post. Then we go up for the counter attack. I think it was Shaughnessy, I don't even know. Someone flicks it down, falls to Dessers, and he puts it onto the goalie into the back of the net, 4-3. And good for him, good for us, brilliant. But it's like, it just shows you how much of a knife edge it's on, because the balloons that could you imagine the amount of stick that Cyriel Dessers is getting tonight? It does paper over the cracks, but as I say, it's a result that just would not have happened under Philip Clement. I just don't think it would have. You know what I mean? And got to give Barry credit there, but we can talk about it and we can sing to the cows come home and whatever fucking saying you want to use, right? But reality is, we need to show the character at 0-0 at the first minute. None of this 2-0 doing a half-time pish. You know what I mean? Let's just score 4 goals and beat them 4-0. It's easier said than done, but we're Rangers Football Club. We're on big wages. Well, I'll say we, I'm not, you know what I mean, but they are. It's about time we show our quality across 90 minutes and not just in wee spells, because you're never going to win a league title by doing what we are doing at the minute. You know what I mean? We can beat anyone on our day, we can lose to anyone as well, and that's no good enough.